Don't like the saddle. I don't like the diorama, which is discontinued anyway. I don't like the new vibe bag. I like the book tote, honestly. Love the book tote. I think that is so pretty, but it's quite expensive. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Jess. So I got asked a very interesting question from a subscriber called TT. Hi TT, which was, would I still buy Hermes if it had the same resale value as Dior? And I thought that was a very interesting question because I actually don't own any Dior bags. And yeah, honestly guys, I probably wouldn't buy a Lady Dior fresh from the boutique because I know it does drastically lose value. But with Hermes guys, actually I think I would buy more Hermes bags if the resale value was the same as Dior. And to be honest, a lot of Hermes bags actually do not hold value, so I want to talk about that today as well. Also, I just wanted to share some of my current favorites. I got this free sample from Hermes recently, and it's this perfume called Voyage de Hermes, and I really like this perfume. I'm thinking I might buy a bottle because I used almost the whole sample. Unless I buy another Twilly, guys. Maybe my sales associate will give me more samples, but I really like this perfume. I've been using it all week, and I've also been using all week this Chanel lip gloss. I'm wearing it at the moment. I don't know, I'm kind of liking the neutral shade. I often wear red lipstick, but this one is a Rouge Cocoa Gloss in color 119, and I like how it's kind of like not too, like, sometimes if I wear nude lipstick, I feel like it kind of washes me out a bit, so I kind of like the slightly pink tones to this one. So yeah, anyways guys, the way I got into Hermes initially, well, I kind of always wanted to buy an Hermes scarf because I remember reading an article in Vogue talking about Hermes scarves, and probably ever since high school I really wanted to buy like a printed Hermes scarf because that's in my head what Hermes were known for. I didn't really find out about the Birkin and the Kelly until later. I honestly don't remember when I found out about it, but I do know that my mum has a fake shoulder Birkin, which I only realized was like a Hermes inspired recently. And I really liked my mum's bag. Yeah, it's like a fake crocodile shoulder Birkin style, which she used to wear back in like 2011 or so. I don't know guys, or maybe even before that, and I really like that bag. So I always kind of liked the look of the Birkin and the Kelly, but I didn't, to be honest, like I also feel like the value of the Birkin and the Kelly have, like, the resale value has drastically gone up. Like probably in the last 2 years it's gone up quite a lot on the pre-love market. And I spoke to a man when I worked at the Purse Fair. I spoke to a man who was talking about his mum who collects Hermes bags, and actually back in like the 70s and the 80s the Kelly was not a very desirable bag, and you could just walk into the boutique and get it really easily. But he also told me that the Birkin, ever since it was released, was a really popular bag and hyped and hard to get. And the Birkin has always been a really desirable bag ever since it came out. So the Kelly was not always a bag that held value or was super desirable until probably like, I guess, maybe the late 90s or so. The Kelly started to really become more hyped then. And you know, when a bag is hyped, it tends to hold value a lot better than bags that are not hyped. So that brings me to my next point. Why aren't Dior bags as hyped as, you know, the Birkin and the Kelly? Well, it's because I think, guys, Dior have outlets. So if you go to somewhere like Vista Village or something, I've been watching people's blogs, and like different countries, they have Dior outlets, and you'll notice in these outlets they have different seasonal bags and styles, and they're sold at, you know, under retail. So if you do invest in a Dior bag, like a seasonal Dior bag, it doesn't have a lot of longevity to it because Dior themselves discount their own bags, and this is something that Hermes does not do. And that is why a lot of Hermes bags do hold the value, because Hermes would never discount them. And even for staff who work at Hermes, it's actually, staff who work at Hermes get discounts on the silks and, you know, and they don't have good resale value and, like, you know, homewares and stuff, but they'll never get a discount on bags, that's for sure. And there is There's probably, I don't know for sure, guys. I'm sure it changes up all the time, but I have heard that if you work at Hermes for like 5 years or so, you have the opportunity to purchase like a very sought after bag. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. Whereas somewhere, if you work at somewhere like Dior, you'll have the opportunity to get like a significant discount on bags, and they have staff sales as well. And this definitely reflects on the pre-love market with Dior bags. Now, also the Lady Dior, guys, if you go on the Dior website, you can go on and buy a Dior bag. With Hermes, guys, they don't even have the Birkin or the Kelly on their website to purchase, and it's really hard to even get it from the boutique without spending a lot of money. So a lot of people love things that they simply cannot get. So if you make something hard to get or hard to find, people tend to want it more, and that is why the Birkin and the Kelly are so desired, and because they're really hard to get. I mean, I always compare bags to Pokemon cards. I love watching people, I mean, I'm not actually into Pokemon cards that much myself, but I like watching Pokemon cards channels because people get so excited when they find like a rare card, or they have like, you know, a vintage pack, and it's like really nostalgic for them, and it's hard to get now because it's older. And I feel like bags have a similar community around them, or similar value to them in terms of how they make you feel, what era they came from, and how hard they are to find. You know, if you unpack like a holographic Charizard from like, you know, old school pack. I know I'm not saying the right lingo here, guys, but that's something really desirable and rare, and that is something that can be sold for, you know, sometimes upwards of $100,000. So with Hermes bags like the Birkin and the Kelly, they're not things that you can just easily find at the boutique, and so that is why people go gaga for them, and there's like a little bit of like, oh my gosh, I got it kind of thing, like I can't believe it, it's a miracle kind of around it, which is why they are more valued than Dior bags, which you can just walk in and you can buy 10 if you like, probably. Like, there's no chase to Dior bags, and that is why they do not hold the value. Now, for me, there are a lot of Hermes bags that do not hold value, and I have purchased a few of them on the pre-love market, and they honestly have probably similar resale value to Dior bags. One of them is the Belied bag, which I only bought recently. I know that if you buy this from the boutique, it's around 9,000 Australian dollars, I think, maybe 10. This is the Belied 27. I got this from secondhand for 4,500 Australian dollars in pristine condition. So for me, if Hermes Birkins and Kellys did not hold value as much on the secondhand market, I honestly think I would buy more, because the reason why I personally like Hermes is mainly the colors I think are really striking. I think the styles are really great for day to day, and I love, honestly, the silks, like the little twillies and the little stupid bag charms. It really speaks to me, like all that little silly stuff. The first time I ever really fell in love with an Hermes bag was my friend who I used to work with. She had a Picotin, which is this exact bag, guys. Picotin in Rose Extreme, and she had on it like a silly pom-pom on it and like a little toy hanging off it, and I just remember seeing it and being like, I knew it was an expensive bag because she's quite wealthy, so I knew she always carrying the nicest bags. She had this bag with this little stupid charm on it, and I just remember like seeing the leather and looking at it and being like, oh my gosh, that is adorable. Like, I fell in love with her bag, and I was like, what is that? And she said, it's an Hermes bag. And about a year later, I picked this up on the secondhand market for 2,400 Australian dollars. I think the retail is about 4,500. So again, this was a bag that I could get for a great deal because it did not hold the value. And yeah, I mean, I am pretty good at finding deals, but honestly, I would buy more Hermes bags, guys, if they had the same resale value as Dior, because yeah, if you think about like a medium Dior, a Lady Dior in black, if you buy one from the boutique, it's around 8,000 Australian dollars, which is a lot of money. Whereas if you buy one on the secondhand market, you could find them between probably like, honestly, 3,000 to 5,000 Australian dollars. So they can lose a lot of value on the pre-love market. I find that with Hermes bags, if the newer they are, the better they are at holding value. So if you buy an Hermes bag fresh from the boutique from 2022, they often hold value a lot better than, you know, something from 2014 or 2016. Like, I'm pretty sure, oh, this one is from, I think, 2017. The Blue Atoll Bleed, I think, oh, I forgot what year that was. I think it could be 2016. Yeah, so that is an older bag, whereas maybe I've noticed actually on some like Hong Kong and Singaporean resellers, some of the non-quota bags are starting to sell for over retail. Like some really desirable colored Lindy's sold over retail, even the Lindy 26. Most certainly the mini Lindy you can sell for over retail, even the mini Belide I've seen, but not all Hermes bags hold value, guys. Like, there are a lot that actually lose a lot of value. I haven't bought many Hermes bags from the boutique, but I did buy my Her bag from the boutique, and honestly, if I were to sell it, I probably would maybe lose a few $100s on it. I think it was about 4,500 Australian dollars, and I have seen a similar combination in like a red color with the same material on a few websites for about the $5,000 range, but they've just been sitting there, they haven't been selling. So the Her bag is one of those bags that probably, if you buy it fresh from the boutique, you can't sell it for over retail. It's just a bag you would buy if you want to buy a new bag from the boutique, because yeah, I do have that. You know, I do understand, like, I would love to score, like, a Birkin or a Kelly fresh in the boutique, but it's too hard for me. So, yeah, I am willing to spend a premium to buy it on the secondhand market. Like, my Rose Poop Birkin 30, because it's a size 30, it doesn't hold the value as much as a 25, so I was able to get it for probably, like, $2,000 over retail, which I was quite happy to pay because it's in new condition. I find like bags like the Kelly 32 don't hold value as much as like the Kelly 25, so you can sometimes pick up a Kelly 32 for retail, or sometimes a lot under retail, because if it's vintage, you can get it for a lot less. This one was about retail, I think, or maybe a little bit. It was probably like a few thousand over retail, because it is in Epsom and the condition is quite nice, and I don't know, I just thought it was really pretty, so I didn't want to buy a vintage one in this case. But yeah, sometimes you just fall in love with the bag, you just need that one. And yeah, I am aware I could have got a Kelly 32 in black for probably a lot less, but I just loved this one, so that's why I went for it. So yeah, guys, for me, I just like Hermes. Like, I love the colors, I love the leathers. I also think that they wear better than Dior bags. A lot of Dior bags are quite delicate. Like, they'll have all the embroidery, you know, the lambskin on the Lady Dior's is quite, you know, it's quite delicate, and the styles also of Dior I find don't suit me as much as Hermes bags. I find them a lot more wearable. Dior bags, like, I don't like the saddle, I don't like the diorama, which is discontinued anyway. I don't like the new vibe bag. I like the book tote, honestly, love the book tote. I think that is so pretty, but it's quite expensive, and I don't know how durable that canvas would be over time. I don't love it enough to buy it. And the Lady Dior, I've never found one that really suits me, or I think I would wear. I don't think it's a very, I don't know, it's just the style is very girly and like, it's very sophisticated. And you could argue that like this is a very sophisticated bag as well, but something about it I find quite bold. I think it's very, I feel like Hermes is almost more unisex, whereas Dior is very ladylike, unless you go for the Dior men's collection. And I think a lot of girls get into the Dior men's collection. I think that's a little bit cooler. Anyway, I don't know, guys, I'm just like not into Dior, and it's not because of the resale value. It's honestly, I'm just not into it. But Hermes, I actually really like it, and I like how some of their bags don't hold value, because you can pick them up on the secondhand market for deals. So yeah, guys, that is my explanation of that. Sorry, it feels a bit blabby. And yeah, resale value of bags changes all the time, guys. Like, as I said, maybe in 10 years, Birkins will not be desirable and they will be half the price. Like, we don't know, guys. Like, hopefully that happens, because then I'll buy more. But yeah, let's see. So thanks for watching my video today. Let me know, guys, what you think about this question. Would you still buy Hermes if it had the same resale value as Dior? And yeah, I'll talk to you next time. Bye!